schizophrenic Mitch. Here I am in my garage. I might go over, get my goggles of my bike there and put them on so I look more like myself instead of like myself, you know. But hi, just some thoughts recently. So again, I don't mean to complain about this job that I have, because I like the idea that, you know, I'm participating in this capitalist bullshit and earning the calories that I'm using or whatever. But I also, am really upset that the job that I've been called here to do is relegated to 1 day a week. So I thought maybe I'd just stream a little bit more. Because, if you saw my stream yesterday, the problem I was having was I just wanted to do so much. So how can I do nothing when A, there's so much to do, so much that I want to do, and B, as soon as you're trying to do nothing, you notice that you're doing something, and that doesn't count as nothing, and so you're fucked. So, you know, but that one you only have to worry about in the moment. But right now, I have to work at, doing a little bit every day, I suppose. So here I am. And, sometimes I was thinking about, well, one of my sisters is an alcoholic. And I didn't really know until recently that it was like bad. Then I noticed then when I realized how bad it was, then I realized how much of an enabler I was, So, or I started to realize, I still am realizing, oh my gosh, I really sort of was enabling bad behavior. Not sort of, like I really definitely was. And so, it's hard now to like figure out how it is because it's such a puzzle. Like it's not like you walk in and you're like, all right, here's the alcoholics in my life. It's like, no, alcoholics. And so, I'm not going to like say this is what I notice alcoholics do because the point is this is how I'm like maybe this person's an alcoholic, and it really just comes through my own experience of like alcoholics are the only ones that really knock on this door. You know what I mean? Like every time I open the door of like, and I don't want to describe any behaviors again, but this certain door, I think the person on the other side is not, but then 5 years later I have to confess, oh yeah, totes alcoholic. So check out which doors they're knocking on, check the behaviors. And I suppose I do want to talk about one of the behaviors, and it's just how quickly I don't want to be mean to my sister or anything, but um she would very much say things about how I need to go out there and be with her, like I would, she really wants me there. I've got stuff to do, so let me work on that, and then when that gets all set, we'll come out. And so that turned into, no, this is so much better than doing all that stuff. Like immediately it was, but the best thing in the world is for you to come out here. And I'm not suggesting this kind of thing. And then when I would get out there, it was just like she couldn't remember why. And it was because it was a different person sort of, organizing that. It was not, there are, so yeah, I suppose I am describing a duality of person, the sober person and the stoned or the drunk person. And so, you know, I suppose except for the level of addiction is what they're saying. I think that the chemical addiction of like, well, no, is that right? That alcohol is not as addictive as um nicotine, is that right? Nicotine is actually addictive, and so alcohol is just socially addictive or something. But I don't know. Sort of suicide. I know suicidal people, but I'm not. I like living because eventually, when we realize this idea of God is made up and that is dead, and what are we gonna do? Then we think to ourselves, well, I suppose I could kill myself. Like Suicide is an option. And then some of us notice that we haven't taken that option, and we're like, well, I wonder why. I wonder why I'm sticking around. I'm not going to tell you the answer. You have to figure it out, the answer. But it's because you want to be here, because it's nice, it's fun. I don't mean to tell the alcoholics. If my sister is listening, I'd really like to go in those steps, with alcoholics in my life so that they can be the way that's the way, right? That's what they're begging for. Alcoholics is like, hey, someone care about me enough. It's you you're talking to, alcoholic. The reason that no one ever loves you enough is because you're not listening to yourself. Everyone else is trying to. But yeah, and then go listen to my inner vessel lectures. If you can find the lectures about that, because it has a lot to do with how your inner voice treats yourself, how your very critical voice treats yourself, and how that's the fucking person you have to talk to about being kind and nice. As long as that's kind or nice or, efficient or all of those together, then you're a kind, nice person. And then you got to let that voice out, okay? The way to criticize it is to let it talk to the people you love and then get mad at it, you know what I mean? And you love other people more than you love yourself generally, especially if you're an alcoholic. So, notice how abusive you are to other people and then stop abusing yourself that way. Okay? Does that make sense? Anyway, check the links below for all those sermons. This is just a check-in to like make sure that, like I said, to do it every day because once a week is fucking no good. It's sad. It makes my days full of anxiety and do it rightiness. And that's not what I want out of religion. I think that's not what I want. Anyway, bye.